100 yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get it.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch tight end. 4 down, check, check. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. 45's the mic, 45's the mic. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Say go.
2nd and 9 now. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Check, 45's the mic. I'm trying to collect.
From the gun, Mayer going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
To throw on 2nd down. Mayer eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Hey, we got 4 down. 51.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Come on, let's go. Mike 51. Let's get it together.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Come on,
after the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Hey, Delta. Hey. 4 down. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, pick your game up. Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic. Watch the play.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
45, Mike, 45. Exit.
Looking to throw. Mayer. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Running the toss here to Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Hey, Alpha. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Operating from the gun. Mayer gets this one to Hill. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Go. Watch the slant. Motion. Hey, check Mike. Hey, Haywood. Watch the backer. Check 40. Let's go. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Mayer. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Go.
At their own 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. 5. 56, Mike. Hurry. Go.
2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, Mayer. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, you know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Ready. Mike 51. Mike Reed.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 27, Jackson. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And this is caught by Evans. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jackson going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Here we go, D. Get up. Mike 51. Mike 51.
To throw again is Jackson. Steps away to his left. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. The end result, 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Yep. Go now. Hey, check right. Watching you five. Get that.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I got you, boy.
Operating from the gun. Mayer being chased out left. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively. After that first down play, so they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Push him back. Watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. They go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mayer. They complete it to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On the ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go.
Even. 4 down. Even. 34. Eyes on 34.
Hey. High 7.
All right, T. Let's take it. All right, T. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45. Go.
Operating from the gun. Mayer. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Watch the screen. 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 Check it back.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, orbit. Ready.
2nd and 1. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson. He completes it to Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 19 yards away. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Double time, alert, 3 down.
Hey, exit.
56, Mike's 56. I'm coming after you.
Off the play fake. Mayer. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
55, Mike, 55. I'm scared. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, wahoo! 5.
From the gun, Mayer. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From the 41, Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Now, last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. All day, baby, all day.
Snap.
Back to throw. Mayer. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayer. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Defense wins championships, baby. Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Well, now they'll try the end around. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check me out. 155. Move. I'm coming. Hey, check Mike. Watching you go.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.